Welcome back. One of the big stories we are tracking this evening. The clock is ticking for Americans who get SNAP benefits. The program will run out on Saturday unless the government shutdown ends before then.
Many Missourians are turning to food pantries to help feed their families. Our Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon shows us how charities are preparing to serve more people.
Yeah, typically these would be a lot fuller. So
the shelves at the Jefferson City Salvation Army food pantry are looking more bare than usual after the shelter saw a 30% increase in foot traffic this month and set a record for the number of families served in a single day on Friday, with 57 in just 2 hours. Major Chris Clark tells me they're preparing for even more need from the community as federal food assistance is expected to run out on November 1st.
We definitely are expecting an extraordinary increase in the people who are needing services.
Because of the ongoing federal government shutdown, over 667,000 Missourians may lose their federal government benefits. That's in addition to the 56,000 Missourians who work for the federal government and may not be receiving a paycheck this week. In a news release, Governor Mike Kehoe said there is no mechanism for state appropriations to be transferred to cover this funding, a sentiment partially echoed by the highest-ranking Democrat on the House Budget Committee.
There's nowhere in the state budget that we could pull that money from in the existing budget. So in order for us to backfill those dollars, the governor would have to call us back for a special session.
Instead, Kehoe urges Missourians to donate or volunteer.
They can only do as much as their resources allow.
The good news for places like Salvation Army and the people they serve is that Missourians have answered that call.
And it's just been amazing to see the outpouring of people wanting to support us, but also the community.
Because of the increased need, this Salvation Army is starting its annual fundraiser a week earlier this year. Anyone across the state can find ways to donate or volunteer on their website. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon, First Alert 4.